You know what? Police say so far he is not going to be released. Just because police are only allowed to hold someone for 72 hours, it doesn't mean that when you walk into the police department, the timer starts counting down those minutes. Joe Gens walked into the Grosse Pointe Park Police Department on Tuesday at 4 a.m. and allegedly told police he was an accomplice in the murder of 56-year-old Jane Bashara. But sources tell Action News the public doesn't have to worry about him being released 72 hours from when he walked into the department. 7 Action News legal analyst Tom Cranmer says that unless he tried to leave technically, police may argue that he was there voluntarily, at least for some time.
Well, the idea of whether or not a person is actually under arrest or in custody at times can be somewhat of a gray area. The real crux of a decision as to whether or not an individual is under arrest is really answering the question of whether or not they're free to leave.
Meantime, police tell 7 Action News Bob Bashara, Jane's husband, remains a person of interest. He's accused of having motive to kill his wife, an affair. Sources say he also failed a lie detector test at the police department. His attorney yesterday told 7 Action News Bashara wanted to take another polygraph test, something that is unusual.
Generally speaking, the results don't change unless the questions that are posed are different questions or there's some other unusual circumstance that perhaps develops.
Police sources here say he has done no such thing so far at the Grosse Pointe Park Police Department. Bashara and his attorney promised cooperation.
Bob isn't going anyplace. Bob, if charges are brought, is going to fight this thing out to the end.
We have cooperated with law enforcement agencies and will continue to do so.
Now, in that last clip, you saw Bob Bashara speaking with his mother and his son. He spoke yesterday to reporters, but he did not comment on his case. He simply said he's innocent, and he thanked people who have been supporting him. I've been speaking all morning to police here at Grosse Pointe Park Police Department, and it just sounds like they aren't quite yet convinced. Joanne?
Interesting, Kim. What can you tell us about potentially other witnesses coming forward besides Joseph Gens?
You know what? Yesterday we did track down one woman. 7 Action News spoke to a woman who says she is a tenant of the woman who is allegedly Bashara's mistress, and that Bashara manages the property where she is a tenant. And she said after the murder, Bashara came to her and asked for a favor, asking her not to mention details of that relationship.
Interesting. It changes by the day, by the hour, actually. Kim Russell reporting. Thank you so much. And stay with 7 Action News and WXYZ.com for the latest developments in the Jane Bashara murder investigation.